let's go. Mental stability, yes, it belongs to me. I'll rise, I'll bloom in faith. My job, relationships, my heart, my mind, my soul. I will be made whole. It is my time to bloom. A time to bloom, a time to bloom. Oh, it is my time to bloom. A time to bloom, a time to bloom.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of A Time to Bloom, the podcast. I am your host, Chantel Biddings, licensed clinical professional counselor. This podcast will explore how your relationships, your job, your friends, your life experiences, and your faith impact your mental health. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel, A Time to Bloom. Share it with your friends, and let's settle in for another exciting conversation on today. So today, I want to talk about the importance of self-care. Self-care, I know, is a buzzword that we hear so much nowadays, but I want you to really take a moment to settle down and explore what it is that you do for you, just for you, by yourself. That really helps you to feel rested, that helps you to feel refreshed, that helps you to feel renewed and restored. So if we think about the last year and a half, as we've gone through the pandemic and stay-at-home orders and all of these things, you may have found that your self-care may be lacking. Now, maybe not all of you, but for me, I have really found that I have neglected me. So yeah, I have put in some time to walk, some time to read, but the things that I was doing before that were necessary for me to be healthy, for me to think clearly, for me to make good decisions, for me to just feel good about me, I have neglected. So for instance, one of my friends posted the other day about how she has gone back to getting her every 2 week massages. And I was like, oh my, I used to do that. I used to go to the chiropractor, and after my chiropractor appointment, I would have a scheduled massage every 2 weeks. And it was every single thing that I needed. So I thought about that, and I have not done that consistently. So yes, I have had a massage for maybe Mother's Day or another holiday, but not a consistent practice of self-care. And that is what we need to explore on today. How are you prioritizing you? Because self-care is not selfish, it is necessary. You have to be refueled, replenished, and restored before you can pour out. And we don't want to just keep pouring out and not allow ourselves to be poured back into. And so my challenge for you today is to sit quietly for about 10 to 15 minutes. Reflect on what you have been doing, because some of us have made some good strides, but also reflect on what you have not been doing. Where do you find those dry, empty spaces in life? Where are those spaces that you don't feel like you have experienced a lot of joy or contentment? And if you are feeling that kind of need for refueling, for refreshing, for vacation, I want you to begin to plan today on how you can better take care of yourself. Take care of yourself first. I know you've heard the story about the airplane and how when the airplane flight attendants make the announcement, they say, in case of emergency, put the mask on yourself first before you try to help someone else. Now, that's very true. But what I have found as a therapist and as a woman and just as a person, is that sometimes we tend to wait until there is an emergency before we put the mask on ourselves. Did you hear that? Stop waiting until there is an emergency before you put the mask on yourself. I want you to make this a daily practice. Every day you should be taking 10 to 15 minutes minimum to sit with you, to pray, to meditate, to recenter, to get yourself back to the space where you have prioritized yourself first before you launch into your day of taking care of everybody and everything. Make sure you are doing that for you because it is necessary. That's number one. Just the 10 to 15 minutes a day by yourself. The second thing I want you to do is find something that you enjoy that is just for you. I don't know, for you it may be walking, it may be reading, it may be golf, it may be painting, it may be drawing. Whatever it is, find what you enjoy, a hobby, a pastime, a leisure activity that you can do by yourself just for you. And put that into your schedule on a weekly, bi-weekly basis. Something that's just for you. Everybody needs some space that is just for them. Everybody needs a thing that's just for them. Because it gives you a time to go away and refuel, replenish, think, and get yourself back in line. And so I want you to prioritize yourself because you are no good to anyone if you are not good to yourself first. You don't even know how to love and enjoy everyone else if you can't love and enjoy yourself first. So I want to challenge you today to change some stuff in your life. Change your viewpoint, change your mindset towards self-care. I'm going to say it again, and you'll hear me say it millions of times. We have to prioritize resting. In this world where it is the push to go, 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 you need to be okay with stopping and resting. Resting is an action word. That's why it has ing at the end of it. You are actively doing something when you're resting. You are actively refueling. You're actively refreshing. You're actively replenishing yourself when you are resting. So if someone calls you and you're laying down, you're taking a break, you're chilling, you're resting, and they ask you, what are you doing? Stop saying nothing. You know how we do. What are you doing, girl? Oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just laying here. No, I am resting. That's what I'm doing. And I'll call you back. Yep, that's what you have to do because you are doing something. And here's the other thing. Stop feeling guilty because you are taking a break. Stop feeling guilty because you are resting. It's necessary. It's needed. It's biblical. On the seventh day, God rested. Why? Because he had made all this wonderful stuff. And he was being an example for all of us. That there's an order to things. Once you work, you rest. And then you can work some more. But then rest. So we have to remember that, okay? It's okay for you to take a break. That grind till you die, that sleep when you dead stuff, will speed up your sleep till you dead timeline. You're gonna find that end coming very quickly. So we don't want to go by that mantra, sleep when you dead. I want you to rest. Make your rest a daily priority. If you are not sleeping well, that is not a good sign. If you are getting 2 or 3 hours of sleep, that is not a badge of honor. That is an expressway to sickness and disease. stress, anxiety, depression. You have to be okay with taking time for you because you need it. And don't let anyone make you feel guilty about taking time for you. Your friends should be pushing you, promoting you, encouraging you to rest. Okay? All right, friends. So again, this has been Chantel Biddings, licensed clinical professional counselor for A Time to Bloom. I am so excited about joining with you today for this podcast. I hope that you will join me every Tuesday as we launch the podcast on YouTube and on Spotify. And I'm so excited that you are here today. So again, like, subscribe, tell a friend. We all need a little mental health pick-me-up during the week. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you on next week.
Let's go. Mental stability, yes, it belongs to me. I'll rise, I'll bloom in faith. My job, relationships, my heart, my mind, my soul. I will be made whole. It is my time to bloom. A time to bloom. A time to bloom. Oh, it is my time to bloom. A time to bloom. A time